Yeah, stick with us rather,
Yeah.
till 6 p.m. I am, of course, the princess of presenting Ulwandile Intombi Zulu, not ranting solo though. Ngihamba noba.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your Monday edition of EKSE
Yes.
Live. It's all about wellness and fitness. We want to make sure tonight we adhere to the theme. Simecha said, even
Yeah.
I must
No,
mention that,
shame.
you know. But of course, as Ulon has mentioned, we're all about talking about mental health within the workplace. We do know it's very important with mental health, you know, whether it's be in your community or at home.
Yeah.
We do have these discussions, even in our workplace. And what better way to
Yeah.
have these discussions than to have them
With our colleagues, yes.
here in CTV.
It's so amazing, and today we're joined by Latisha as well as Verena. They are, of course, part of the CTV family, and we're so happy to have them. Let's get into the conversation. My first question is, what could possibly affect someone's mental health at work?
Okay, hi there guys, I'm Latisha. Well, firstly, the stress in the environment can get to you, especially when there's pressure from everywhere in your surroundings. So yes, it can get a bit hectic. Like I said, it can get stressful in this environment,
Yeah.
but yes, we try and deal with it as best as we can.
And then for you, Reina?
I think that if somebody is overworked,
Yeah.
that can, you know, cause them to be stressed and cause their mental health to decrease.
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes in a workplace you want to do as much as you can to
Yes.
help out, but you don't really realize that, you know, you may be doing too much and it might be time to talk to someone about giving someone else some responsibilities.
Yeah.
And how do you ensure that you do that? You know, make sure that you are communicating with your colleagues and just letting them know where you're at mentally. Maybe coming from you, Aunt Letitia, you're also a mother. You know, so I
Yeah.
can imagine like you're a full-time mother and you're also working as well. How do you ensure that you make sure that your mental health is well taken care of?
Well, firstly, the mind is a very powerful thing. So I try and be positive for as far as I can be positive, and to, you know, being positive, and when your positivity shows and it moves on to other people, that is also a good way where you can be a bit of an influence to keep them positive. You need to stay focused. And, you know, sometimes, yes, life hits you hard,
Yeah.
but we get up.
Yeah.
Well, we need to get up and just try and be focused, like I said, be positive and get through your day. Yes, stress is there, stress is everywhere. Even for me as a mother, I come home, it's homework and, you know, a lot of those things.
Yeah.
But yes, we deal with it day by day, one by one. We, you know, take the situations and we make the most of it, make the best of it, and you work through it.
Yeah. And I mean, you're speaking of working through it so beautifully and speaking about being positive.
Yeah.
Now, what I want to find out is what can I do? Let's say maybe I am struggling with my mental health, especially at work. What are some of the things that I can get into to make sure that my mental health is going into a better place? So what are like some practical tips? Like, can I maybe organize my days better? Like, what does that look like for me?
I think that a good way to make sure that you don't get too overwhelmed and your mental health isn't bad, especially at work, is first communicating. If you do feel like you need a little bit of a break, not to say you shouldn't push yourself. You should always try and push yourself and keep going, but maybe communicate that with, you know, someone in HR or your boss, just to let them know what's going on, because things will come up all the time that, you know, are unexpected that could affect our mental health. And I also think that making sure that you have enough time to relax after your work day and kind of wind down and not putting more pressure on yourself after you're already finished working could help too.
Yes.
And Letitia, Rena spoke about, you know, communicating with your bosses, communicating with your colleagues. Do you think, or how much of a responsibility do you think that the company and the bosses have in ensuring that the employees' mental health is well taken care of?
Well, they do play an important role. We've had some instances where people really needed help and they did go the extra mile, and they would do it for anybody so that, so that the person can be helped. But like Raina was saying, communication is extremely important. And if you're not going to speak, then we wouldn't know.
Yeah.
And you don't have to take the load, the workload on yourself. Like they say, sharing is caring. So share the workload. Don't be afraid to ask. It's, you know, like communicate, ask, speak to people. And yes, management definitely there to help. But if you're not going to speak, they won't know.
Yeah.
So it's important that, somebody comes forward and say, you look, this is just a bit too much for me.
Yeah.
Can you help me? What is there that we can do? And
Yeah.
yes, there are a number of ways and facilities also and institutions that can help you with relief as well. So yes.
Yeah,
They are
and
very
what I
on
love
board.
also is that we spoke about the fact that it's important to push yourself as a person, but with pushing yourself, you don't want to take yourself over the edge where now you're
Exactly.
actually having sicknesses or issues, etc. So thank you guys so much for joining us in this conversation. I feel like I've learned so much. I see them all the time, but they're imparting wisdom today specifically. Hopefully you guys have also enjoyed that conversation. Make sure you guys are interacting with us on our social media platforms. Tell us what's happening in your world, more importantly, what's happening in your work world, and is your mental health safe?
Yeah, and I do want to say shout out to Aunt Letitia for winning an award during the CTV South Awards. Man, she deserves it. When she spoke about positivity, I was like, I know that's right, because as someone that came to Cape Town to you for the very first time, she welcomed me with very open arms.
Yeah.
So shout out to her for making sure that she does make everyone at CTV feel at home.
Absolutely.
But Uga Maj, we want to go to a quick ad break. We'll see you guys right after this.